my dad's mom came from, Mary Marks, but it's a country that father told us doesn't exist anymore. So it might be somewhere near Slovakia or one of those kind of places.
Yeah.
And yeah, so they're all from Central Europe, that kind of thing. They came from over here, over there. And so my parents, who went to Harvard Collegiate, Dad did, and Central
My
Commerce.
mother went to Harvard Collegiate.
Toronto is a great place to celebrate. I think that's what we're doing right now. And
So we've had musicians in here before who said, well, you know, my parents weren't musicians, but the radio was always on,
Yes.
and they were always playing albums.
yes, we always had music, and we had all kinds of music. Dad played the harmonica, the violin, and the piano. He played brilliantly. He had a great version of Chopsticks. And he was kind of like a Marx brother. I mean, his name was Marx, and he took it seriously. And Mother has, to this day, a tremendous, powerful voice and a real love for doing funny voices and accents, which I'm doing one now.
This is all a big ruse, right? Yeah. So that's how it got going for you. Were you self-taught on the guitar?
Yeah, mostly. Because I went to Dora Maver Moore, the Dora Awards.
Yes,
She
sure.
was my drama teacher. Braden was my guitar teacher, so I had the best lessons. But I wanted guitar I taught myself how to go
Danger Man.
Secret Agent Man. And once I did that, I was expressing myself. And Miss Hopkins, my grade 5 teacher at Oriole Park, was pretty impressed with my Johnny Rivers stuff. The first guy that I ever really tried to take on and impersonate was one of the greatest musicians in history, Louis Armstrong. And as a kid, when I turned to Mom and Dad and I see him on right here in our show, oh, here he comes. That's the way. Oh, yes. And I'd go, hey, Mom, listen to me. That's the way, Mama do. Very good. Next thing I knew, I was, it's
That's
a
really
wonderful
hard
world.
on the voice after a while, though, isn't it?
True, especially when you're 6 years old. So
Okay. More with Danny Marks in a moment. 1:45 at News Talk 1010.